barbed wire, high walls, and a world where survival is a daily battle. South Africa is home to some of the most dangerous prisons on Earth. So let's watch this video on inside the harsh realities of South Africa's most dangerous prisons. But before we begin, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos like this. Let's start from Psmore Prison. Overcrowded and overrun. Could you survive in a cell designed for 20 but housing 40 inmates? Psmore Prison, located in Cape Town, is one of the most infamous correctional facilities in South Africa. Originally built to accommodate around 4,336 inmates, it now holds more than 7,000, making overcrowding a severe issue. The cramped and inhumane living conditions are just the beginning of what makes Psmore notorious. This overcrowding has led to a host of problems, ranging from poor hygiene to the rapid spread of diseases like tuberculosis. The cells themselves, designed to hold a small number of prisoners, are filled well beyond their capacity, causing tensions to rise and making it almost impossible to implement proper rehabilitation programs. The prison is home to some of South Africa's most notorious criminals, including members of powerful gang factions like the 26s, 27s, and 28s, also known as the Numbers gangs. These gangs dominate the prison environment, and their influence extends far beyond the prison walls, often controlling the illegal drug trade outside. The power struggle between these groups makes Psmore a volatile place, where violence and intimidation are part of daily life. Overcrowding and gang activity create a chaotic and dangerous environment, where it's not just the prison guards who are at risk, but also the inmates. Despite the horrific conditions, Psmore serves as a microcosm of the larger issues facing South Africa's prison system: overcrowding, gang violence, and inadequate resources for rehabilitation. It is an example of the failure to meet the basic needs of those incarcerated, while also contributing to the cycle of violence that plagues the country. Camax, South Africa's supermax facility. Imagine being locked alone for 23 hours a day. How would you cope? Camax, the maximum security section of Pretoria Central Prison, is where South Africa houses its most dangerous criminals. This facility is designed for those who pose the greatest threat to society, including serial killers, high-profile criminals, and organized crime figures. The Camax section is often referred to as the country's supermax prison, a place where inmates are kept in solitary confinement for 23 hours a day, with only 1 hour of exercise. The isolation in Camax is meant to prevent inmates from influencing the outside world or communicating with other prisoners in a way that could cause chaos. The cells are small, equipped with only basic necessities, and the inmates are allowed little to no contact with others. Guards, who are heavily armed, maintain tight control over the facility. Despite these precautions, Camax has been the site of numerous incidents, including escape attempts. In 2006, a man named Ananias Math made headlines as the first person to escape from Camax, exposing potential vulnerabilities in what was supposed to be the most secure prison in the country. While the goal of solitary confinement is to maintain strict control over dangerous prisoners, the psychological toll it takes on inmates is profound. Many who are incarcerated in Camax experience severe mental health issues, including anxiety, depression, and paranoia, stemming from the isolation and lack of human interaction. These conditions often hinder rehabilitation and make it difficult for inmates to integrate into society after serving their sentences. Manguang Prison. Private management, public outcry. What happens when a prison is run like a business? Manguang Prison, located in Bloemfontein, is one of South Africa's few privately managed prisons operated by the security company G4S. While privatization was supposed to improve efficiency and reduce costs, prison has been embroiled in controversy. Reports of inmate abuse, neglect, and poor living conditions have sparked public outrage and cries for greater oversight. Inmates at Manguang are often subjected to overcrowding, unsanitary conditions, and a lack of proper medical care, all of which undermine the goals of rehabilitation and justice. In 2022, the prison made headlines once again when Thabo Bester, a convicted murderer, managed to escape from the facility. He faked his own death, convincing authorities that he had died in a fire in his cell. His escape was not discovered for months, and it raised serious questions about the effectiveness of private prison management and the level of security in Manguang. This incident led to a public outcry over the prison's ability to manage high-risk inmates and the accountability of private contractors. Despite the promise of improved management and rehabilitation, Manguang has been plagued by issues of corruption and mismanagement. Many inmates feel that their rights are violated, and efforts to rehabilitate those incarcerated are often undermined by a lack of resources and proper support systems. The escape of Thabo Bester is a stark reminder that despite privatization, South Africa's prisons remain vulnerable to systemic issues and failures in oversight. Branley Correctional Center, a gang battleground. Can rehabilitation thrive amidst gang warfare? Branley Correctional Center, located in the Western Cape, is another example of how gang culture has taken root in South African prisons. Gangs have a long history of exerting control within the walls of prisons, and Branley is no exception. Inmates at Branley are often affiliated with one of several powerful gangs, and these groups often engage in violent clashes with one another, creating a constant atmosphere of tension and fear. The gang influence at Branley is so strong that it extends to every aspect of prison life, from the distribution of food to the allocation of jobs and resources. The leaders of these gangs, who are often serving long sentences, command significant power within the prison, and inmates are expected to adhere to the gang's rules and hierarchy. This creates a toxic environment where violence is the norm, and inmates who do not align with the gang are at risk of being victimized. The presence of gangs undermines any attempts at rehabilitation, as the focus within the prison shifts from reform to survival. The violent nature of gang activity makes it difficult for inmates to participate in educational programs or vocational training, further reducing their chances of reintegrating successfully into society. The prison's gang-ridden atmosphere is a testament to the failure of the system to control and rehabilitate those incarcerated. The human cost. Inmate health and well-being. How does the prison environment impact the physical and mental health of inmates? In South African prisons, the conditions that inmates endure take a significant toll on their health. Poor hygiene, lack of access to medical care, and exposure to violence are just a few of the factors that contribute to the physical and mental deterioration of those incarcerated. The overcrowded conditions in many prisons make it difficult for inmates to receive proper medical attention, and diseases like tuberculosis, HIV, and AIDS spread rapidly within the facilities. Mental health issues are also widespread, but the support for inmates is minimal. Many prisoners suffer from depression, anxiety, and post-traumatic stress disorder due to the harsh conditions they face. The human cost of South Africa's prison system is staggering. Inmates endure not only the physical challenges of overcrowding and poor health, but also the psychological burden of being trapped in an environment that offers little hope for rehabilitation. The toll on their well-being is a tragic reminder of the shortcomings of the prison system. So what do you think about the conditions inside these dangerous prisons? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to watch more amazing videos like this.